Yo, what up, Fight World? Man, we did great. Isaiah, I need everyone to come in and smash the like button. I almost lost my voice from the Katie Taylor Serrano robbery fight. Icy, Shakur got busy. They got busy. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. It's probably not going to be a live stream. I've been streaming all day, but I told you I'll come back. Yo, come in and smash the like button. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, I'm going to jump right into it because I'm not going to be long. Shakur Stevenson, very impressive. Shakur dog walked Oscar Valdez and made it look like it was easy. This is important because Oscar Valdez, one, he's a good fighter. Two, it's just like Errol Spence versus Ugas. See, I know the haters the haters is mad. The racist is mad. Errol Spence made a great fighter or a very good fighter in Ugas look ordinary or bad. Right? That's what Shakur Stevenson did tonight. He took a very good fighter who was a champion and made him look like ish and had his way with him. See, if you put Oscar Valdez in there with Miguel Berchelt again, he would have looked like the Oscar Valdez we've been seeing. But when you're in there with someone special, it's not going to be that easy. Now, I know I'm the best in boxing history. That goes without saying when it comes to covering this sport of boxing in the digital space. But let me toot my own horn real quick. If you follow the content, I told you this is one of the easiest fight predictions that I would have to make where, like, I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going front. There's some fights where I make my pick and then I'm like, ooh, I don't know, but what, like Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. I don't know who I'm to pick, but even if I pick someone, it could go either way. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be so sold that absolutely Errol gets it done or absolutely Crawford gets it done. You see what I'm saying? That's a hard fight to pick. This, on the other hand, I said on paper, it's a great matchup. Let's go. It's a good fight for Shakur. It's a unification, but it is not hard at all for me to predict the outcome of this fight. Because if you know anything about boxing, as the age-old adage goes, styles make fights. That was a beating. I didn't realize how much bigger Shakur was, though. Shakur's skills look even more improved. But listen, I did see, like, the ESPN, they were like, oh, he did look bigger. I said that in my BOXINGEGO watch party. But skills pay the bills. Miguel Berchelt is bigger than Oscar Valdez, and he got slumped up. And Valdez was a massive underdog. You guys told me that my fight prediction would be wrong. You guys told me that Oscar Valdez was going to shock the world, and I didn't see that at all. And I told you guys, as a man, I said, here's my fight prediction, Shakur by decision. I said maybe he can get a late stoppage, but I'm going with Shakur decision. Boom. Absolutely right. I didn't say split decision majority, split. I said unanimous. What happened? Bro, I have comments all through my Instagram and Facebooks and YouTube, all the sites that I'm popular on, and people were saying that Valdez. See, you have to understand. Let me cut the fluff, because I'm I'm a grown man, so I don't like to beat around the bush. This was a black fighter versus a Mexican American fighter. Anytime you see that combination where it's a black fighter and a Hispanic fighter or a non-black fighter, you always get radical type of commentary, emotional, national pride, heritage, race fans. That's it. No one else will say this in boxing because they don't got two pairs of nuts like me. I'm telling you what it is. I'm not saying this is how I view boxing, but I've been in this sport long enough to know and see patterns. And I've had a popular channel for all these years. And that's the reality. I don't know who picked Oscar Valdez and all that, but what I'm saying is there were several people that said Shakur was going to get cooked. I know because I see the comments. It's that simple. People who had faith that Robert Garcia said it. What are y'all talking about? Bro, Robert Garcia is a two-time world champion. He's also Mexican American. He did interviews and Robert Garcia said Oscar was going to shock people. This was an easy fight prediction. Just like I said, just like Errol Spence beating Mikey Garcia. See, listen, I know a lot of people get emotional. I have no emotions in the sport. I'm like the Terminator. I like Mikey Garcia. I think he's a terrific fighter, but I'm not picking him to beat Errol Spence. It's that simple. I don't have no issue with Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez, he had some good, strong performances, good knockouts, Jason Velez, and, he beat Adam Lopez. You know what I mean? He showed heart. Scott Quigg, broken jaw. But I'm not picking him. I'm not picking him over Shakur. It's that simple. Shakur beat the brakes off this man. It's that simple. And the fight was the game plan. Listen, the boxing writers, the boxing media, they really need to assess how much credit Eddie Reynoso has been getting lately. Because don't get it twisted. Canelo, he's a beast. He's a great fighter. But that's your trophy. I don't really see this legendary coaching with who else? Who else is like Canelo? You have to understand, there's Jay-Z once said, I heard mother saying they made Hove, make Hove say, okay, so make another Hove. Make another Canelo. That's what I'm talking about. Canelo, he's a beast. All right, dope. He got some upper body movement. He's hard to beat. Cool. Even though he's not fighting the people I want to see him fight. But I digress. I'll leave that to the side right now. Do that to Ryan Garcia when he was there. Do that to Oscar Valdez. The same problems and the same mistakes that I've seen Ryan Garcia have, I still see him have. Yeah, I know he's with Goosen now, whatever, but the whole time he was with Reynoso, I seen the same mistakes, right? The same mistakes. Oscar Valdez, tonight, he fought exactly like he always fights. You would think that knowing you're going to fight Shakur Stevenson, you would switch a couple things up or pick up a different game. I don't know. Just do something. And he didn't. So, as I said before, Derek James, should he and Jermell Charlo win, he's the trainer of the year. I don't care what old media is talking about. And Reynoso, he's probably a great guy and all that, but he's not trainer of the year. You're not trainer of the year. Listen, I run boxing. I'll tell you who's the trainer of the year. It's not him. He's not trainer of the year just because I said so. And I run boxing. Bro, Valdez just got beat up. Ryan left him. Andy Ruiz, he has a tough fight with Luis Ortiz. We haven't seen he got dropped by Areola. Who's in the gym that, you know what I'm saying? That he just turned into another Canelo? Nobody. Derek James, bro, look at the work he's doing with Jermell. That's Look at the work he's doing with Errol. Look at the work he's doing with Frank Martin. I mean, Derek James worked with Marcus Brown for the Better Bia fight. And even though Marcus Brown lost, he came out with a solid game plan. Better Bia just, when he got that cut, he just a monster. You know what I mean? Better Bia, you better be on your best behavior. Bro, you fight Better Bia, he might tear off in you. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. better Bia, he got smoke for you. Some guys are like that. Cameron Renfro says Shakur runs 130, future champ at 35 and 40. Shakur is a bad boy, bro. His last two performances been looking crazy. Like his body of work is just getting sinister. Actually, let me take that back. In real time, I don't even apologize often. But I'm going to apologize to Shakur Stevenson on national TV or YouTube, whatever you want to call it, right? Boxing Ego, apologize to Shakur Stevenson. There, I said it. Now, I've always had faith in Shakur Stevenson. But the reason I'm apologizing is because in hindsight, maybe I was a little more critical on the performance versus Nakathila. Because I told you, that fight was boring to me. Like, it just, like, if you listen to my post, see, I don't run or duck or dodge from nobody or no issues, bro, I'm here 10 toes down. I can man up when I say something. If you go watch my old video about Shakur Stevenson, Nakathila, I wasn't really so, like, that performance, it's just like, it was kind of boring. I was like, I get it. I understand it. He beat Nakathila, dropped him. But I just felt like he could have did more in that particular fight. So I wasn't blown away by that. But I apologize to Shakur Stevenson because in hindsight, that dude, maybe he just was one of them type of people. Because he went on to fight Oscar Valdez's leftovers, Nakathila. And he went on to fight Berchelt. And he stopped him crazy. And Berchelt, I don't know what he does now at this point. So maybe the guy, just because we haven't heard of him, maybe that Nakathila, maybe he all right with it. You know what I'm saying? Because some guys are like that. They might not win all the world titles and be undisputed, but they're big and strong and power. Like Darnell Boone or somebody. Darnell Boone would knock your brains out your skull. It's that simple. Like, you look at his record or something, some guys are like that. Like, you look at their record and you're like, that's nothing. Put your prospect in with Darnell Boone or somebody like that. They'll mess around and destroy you. Valdez is whack. Listen, okay, so here, this is what's happening now. A bunch of people who lost money, a bunch of old media, a bunch of the racist fans, etc., etc. Now that Valdez didn't show up and do it for La Raza, now you have people turning their back on him. That's what's happening. So now the comment section, I'm telling you exactly how the game goes. I'm not beating around the bush. I'm telling you exactly what happens in this sport of mine, boxing. Now, all of a sudden, you have people who are turning their back on Oscar Valdez because he didn't look good. He got dominated. He didn't win. This is similar to what happened to Victor Ortiz. When Victor Ortiz beat a black fighter in Andre Berto, you had all kinds of people celebrate Ortiz. When he quit versus Maidana or he got knocked out by Floyd, everybody disowned him. Or when he later got knocked out by Berto, I went to that fight. David Benavidez was on that fight. That was a good card. StubHub got some good cards. But anyway, when that's what happens. Same thing with Mikey Garcia. Do you guys notice a pattern? Mikey Garcia, there were people that said he's a way better boxer than Errol Spence Jr. When Errol Spence dominates him, Now all of a sudden people disown Mikey Garcia, right? When he loses to Sandal, now all of a sudden people disown Mikey Garcia. But when Mikey Garcia destroyed Dejan's Latishinin with one punch, I was at that fight too. Everybody loves him. You see how boxing works? Hey, Isaiah, why they so mad? Shout out to Isaiah, bro. Hey, Isaiah know what I'm talking about. Bro, this is funny. So you got certain people where after the performance, when you see the guy, Isaiah, he know what I'm talking about. That was funny. Good job, Isaiah. Real ish, bro. And I'm Mexican, but it's like that sometimes with all races, man. See, we're just keeping it real. That's all you have to do. Bro, fans are quick to disown when a fighter doesn't live up to the expectations or the hype of what people thought. Then the boxing fans just sweep it up. Oh no, he sucks. Like, why is Oscar Valdez suck? He was just a champion an hour ago. But now he sucks and he's a bum because he lost to a black fighter. That's what we're doing. But this is the level of incompetence. This is the level of disrespect from boxing fans and the race fans. They're so quick to disown and throw a fighter under the bus because they lost. It's no shade. Like, if you lose to like, for example, me personally, I like Erickson Lubin. I was happy that because he took a hard road. You know, got knocked out by Charlo in one round, etc. You know, Kevin Cunningham's always been real cool when I see him and stuff like that. So I like Erickson Lubin, but I also like Sebastian Fundora. When Sebastian Fundora lumped him up, props to you. You see what I'm saying? That's how boxing, everybody in boxing should be like me. Steve Rose is not my boy. You capping. Anyway, when I like Lubin, you know what I'm saying? When he lost, okay, he lost. I didn't say, oh, Lubin sucked. He doesn't suck. You see what I'm saying? But now you have a lot of the race fans, because this was a fight like that, right? And now all of a sudden Oscar Valdez ain't this and this. It's a way to denigrate Shakur Stevenson's performance because he dogged the man. Fundora's a beast. Lubin is dope too, but he lost. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Man, some of y'all, like, that's what I'm saying. You're not even boxing fans, bro. You're not even boxing fans, because if you were boxing fans, you would just keep it real. It's okay. You could lose, you can win. You know what I'm saying? Like Wilder. All right, Wilder lost. I thought Wilder would beat Tyson Fury, and he lost. But guess what? I still mess with Wilder. I like what the man stands for. I like the way he fight. I like his pass work. It's okay. So, you know, there's a lot of turncoat fans, bro, and it's sad. It's sad. Like, I don't care if Wilder got knocked out. I'm still rocking with him. What you gonna do? What's any of you in this room gonna do? I'm still rocking with Wilder. If he decides to retire, I support it. If he decides to come back, I support it. I'm still rocking with Wilder. I still, like, I'm a boxing reporter and stuff, but I still, you know, there's guys you like and stuff. It's okay to lose. But again, you got poor fans and poor sports, and they trying to take away from what Shakur did. So now that Valdez wasn't this, so he was good enough to sleep Bear Chelt with a single shot, and he really beat him up. I don't even think Bear Chelt really won any rounds. Shout out to my boy Raymond Murphy. Big ups, Ego. Keep speaking the truth to the masses. I got y'all. I told you, this year in boxing, we doing it all. See, oh my God, life. This is the boxing fans I need. Life lesson said Wilder, he only lost to one dude. How can you knock that? And see, Wilder, even though he lost his last fight, it ages good, because Tyson Fury just decimated Dillian White, and he didn't even look like he was trying. He didn't even look. Wilder, at least hurt or not hurt, he put Fury through hell. Dropped him like 4 times or whatever in 4 times in 3 fights. So Wilder still like, so even though he lost, just like Dillian White lost, he put up a better fight. You know what I mean? Just like Tank, when Tank beat Isak Pitbull Cruz and he had a hurt hand, Pitbull Cruz just annihilated Gamboa. So that aged well for Tank. You know what I'm saying? Because you see how much of a handful Pitbull, I like Pitbull Cruz a lot. That's my guy. I like him. But you see how dangerous he is. And Tank was fighting that man with one hand. So some performances age well. And I think that's kind of the case for the Nakathila. Now, upon further review, some time has went on. I'm thinking that Nakathila performance is not as harsh as maybe I graded it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I have to watch it again. But Nakathila, maybe he's just an awkward guy because he beat the brakes off Berchelt. Oh, congrats to Shakur Stevenson on proposing. That's dope. So shout out to him on that. Yeah, block him. Hey, shout out to Business Braid. Business Braid annihilating you. Bro, these dudes are stalkers. But it's okay. We made so much money for tonight's fight. Shout out to everybody who used my link to order the fight that needed a way to watch Shakur Stevenson, Oscar Valdez, and they clicked on my Disney ESPN Plus link. I just looked at the numbers before I came back for my second stream, actually my third stream, and we did amazing. So let them hate and whatever, who cares? Shout out to everybody that came to the watch party, left a comment, left a like, left a Cash App, left a super chat, subscribed. You know, make sure you guys subscribe. If you like boxing, this is your one-stop shop. I'm just going to keep working and try to find new ways to deliver their fire for y'all. So Shakur Stevenson, man, I was very impressed. He really did what he wanted when he wanted in the ring. And the funny thing is, and I think this is why a lot of the like old media and the race fans are having it. Oh yeah, you know, I had to eat something. I put out a lot of content today. So yeah, I had to eat something. You know what I'm saying? I don't even complain, but when you stream, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch your hydration levels and whatever. The thing that is making, like when I did the Boxing Ego watch party after Shakur Stevenson won, and you've seen a lot of the racist fans coming in, one of the things that was aggravating them so much, incredibly much, is that Shakur Stevenson, he didn't leave much to the imagination in terms of giving Oscar Valdez hope. He basically pitched a shutout, and he basically made it look ugly. And there was nothing to really overly critique, you know? And some people are going to try it or whatever, but you're going to look stupid. Shakur Stevenson, when it comes to black fighters, a lot of the race fans or racist fans, they'll say black fighters are running because they're, you know, hit and don't get hit type of thing. But if you watch this fight, Shakur was in front, literally in front of Valdez, and still mindful of his defense and not getting hit. And Valdez was trying, he was throwing the jab and doing these wild shots. Shakur's defense was just too tight. Shout out to my man, Deron. Yeah. Deron said, hardest working man in boxing. Mad I missed the watch party. It's all good, bro. I know you be here when you can, so. Bro, Shakur, that was a masterclass. He was smiling. He was dancing. He was having fun. He was right in front of the man. And Valdez still couldn't get off a lot of shots. Like, bro, a lot of people, I don't know how well the seats are, like in each venue and all that, but a lot of people get overly gassed up. It's like when De La Hoya fought Mayweather, and De La Hoya's doing this, and like it looks like he's throwing hella punches. You know what I mean? It looked like he was throwing hella punches and going crazy on Floyd Mayweather. But if you slow that down, like Conceited say, slow it down. I just dished you. De La Hoya, when Floyd was on the ropes, he wasn't landing a lot of that stuff. But the ignorant people that don't know how to interpret or watch boxing, they just get gassed up off of effort. Bro, listen to me. If you want to be successful, you have to work on efficiency. Efficiency does not equate to effort. Write this down in your little notebooks. You have effort and you have efficiency. These are not one and the same. You can put out a lot of effort, but not be efficient or be effective. Don't tell me about effort. Effort ain't at all. Like, for example, I've worked with what I'm doing for several years. There is somebody out there that can work and claim and like, oh, I worked 10 hours today. I worked 12 hours today. Yeah, but you were looking at your phone for 8 hours. You was on Instagram. When I work, tunnel vision, hyper focused. I'm in the hyperbaric chamber. Do not disturb. So I could get more done with 2 hours of hyper focused training and hyper focused work than you can get done in 10 hours, 12 hours. That's distracted work. So once again, there's effort and there's efficiency or effective. I don't care if you work 12 hours. That don't mean you got a lot done. You could do, you know what I'm saying? You can go door to door and try to sell something and not sell anything for 12 hours. Anybody could do that. Versus another person has a game plan and they hit in a certain neighborhood and they got a better, spill or approach, and they only go out for 2 hours and make more sales than the guy who went door to door for 12 hours. Oscar Valdez was doing a whole bunch of nothing, bro. Yeah, get the likes up, man. I know they want to hate so bad. They want to hate so bad because I'm the best of the game, but I can assure you everything. Listen, they want to hate so bad because I'm the best in the game. Everything I do is marvelous. I'm magic like Doctor Strange. Listen, this year we coming with it. This year we coming with the heat. Y'all got to smash the like button. No new friends. Bro, either YouTube is playing with me or they've been hating, one of the two. How do we keep having all these watchers and viewers and they just dead audience members? Like, leave a comment, subscribe, let us know you're alive, hit the like button. Come on, they hating, bro. Shakur, man, he buttoned the man up. Business Brain said, don't be a rat. Let me put that on the screen. I like that. Business Brain, I like that. Yeah, don't be a rat, you rat bastards. Bro, you could give Valdez maybe one round, and even in that round, I don't even know. I don't even know if he actually won the round. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what are we talking about? And then again, all the fans picked Valdez. Not everybody, but there were a lot of fans that was picking him. And then now when he lose, they're like, oh, he sucks, man. He's not that good. Yeah, typical. Typical. You see how it? Bro, you know what these dudes act like in boxing? These beta males? Let me tell you. These dudes act like the guys at the club that try to get and pop at a female. Like, oh, hey, what's up, sweetheart? You want to dance? And then the girl looks at the guy and he ugly and she don't want to dance. And she's like, oh, no, I'm with my friends. Thanks anyway. And then the dude's like, man, F you then, bitch. And then the guy go crazy on the girl because he got rejected and he's an idiot. Have you ever seen that? You're like, man, you old fat bitch. And you just like start blazing the chick and like calling her out her name and stuff. Like, if she was fat and ugly and all this stuff you saying now, why did you try to dance with her? Why are you trying to get at her? Why did you try to get her phone number? He's like, man, F you then, bitch. You ugly as hell anyway. Why was you trying to get at her? It's sour grapes. You mad because your ugly ass couldn't pull the chick. And then now you can't face rejection, so you lash out. That's exactly what boxing fans do. That's exactly what boxing fans do. There were people literally picking Valdez to knock out Shakur. Like, oh, you're going to be surprised. Shakur getting knocked out. Shakur's not ready for Valdez's power. Valdez is going to surprise a lot of people. And then now he get mollywopped. And now he get dog walked at the dog park. And then the same fans is like, oh, Valdez sucked. He was a bum anyway. That's why you hella ugly, bitch. Just like the dude at the club. This is amazing. Every single time in boxing, every time when it's a fight like this, every time. And I guarantee you, those same people, if Shakur got blazed up and knocked out like Bear Chelt got, or even if he got rocked, they would be like, aha, and they wouldn't be calling Valdez names. But again, Shakur didn't give you nothing to work with. He didn't really, when you, listen, I'm going to tell you straight like this. When you black, you got to do things 10x. That's it. Listen, if you're black, listen, you black, if you at home black, look in the mirror. If you black, you got to do things 5x, 10x to get half of the credit. That's just the reality of it. You have to do things, you have to go harder, you have to play smarter, and you have to make less mistakes doing it. Like, imagine my channel if I lied like old media. I would have zero credibility. Like, nobody would even continue to support the channel and stuff like that. I can't make no mistakes. Do you see what I'm saying? Imagine if I got all of the stuff I say wrong like old media does, right? They say Tank's gonna lose to whoever, Pitbull. They say Shakur is gonna lose to Valdez, etc. And they keep getting it wrong. Imagine if I got all my predictions wrong like that. You see what I'm saying? So you can't make the same level of mistakes. Same thing with Shakur, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward. Andre Ward, he couldn't make the mistakes. Kovalev, he can make a million mistakes. He can get knocked out by Kovalev or Canelo, whatever. Shakur, he didn't give you nothing. And I love that. Shakur didn't give you nothing to credit. He did kind of like Floyd. I'm not trying to overly use that comparison, but that's what comes to mind. Kind of like Floyd. He didn't give you much to cry about in terms, like, what could you say to down? Oh, it was boring. That's the only thing I'm seeing people say. It was boring. Yeah, of course it's boring when you watching your boy or somebody you bet money on or somebody you wanted to win get mopped up. Of course that's boring to you. You know what I'm saying? Bro, there was nothing boring about the fight. It was a good fight. Valdez was trying. It's not like he wasn't trying. But again, let's not ever confuse effort and effective. It's that simple. Anybody could do a bunch of effort. That don't make you successful. That don't mean, like, for example, I don't care. Don't tell me about effort. And Tim Bradley was bugged out on that telecast. He was saying why is boxing commentary so hard? Why is boxing commentary so hard for commentary crews to get it right? Andre Ward was great, but he's usually great, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not over the top and stuff like that. Tim Bradley was saying all types of stuff. Ooh, and I'm like, what did he say that for? He's like, Valdez, ooh. Bro, like Valdez was what he was trying. He was trying, I get that. But no, he would make a move and then Bradley would start oohing and on, and he's not having success with Shakur. And see, this is the thing you guys got to really question. I put my commentary, the Boxing Ego Watch Party, against any major, minor, whoever commentary crew in all of boxing, and bar for bar, line for line, see what match up. Bro, Tim Bradley was making it sound like Valdez was in the fight, right? And then by the fight's end, everybody is on the ESPN telecast is saying he dominated. So that doesn't really make sense. Early in the fight, when it's, you know, when Valdez was trying or whatever, and it wasn't so obvious that he was getting so outclassed, Bradley and whatever, he was like, oh, Valdez this and Valdez this. And I'm like, what is Valdez really doing? And then after the fight, it's like unanimous. Everyone on ESPN is like, oh, Shakur dominated him. Huh. Bro, if you knew he was dominating him, what was all the other stuff like he was doing stuff? It's crazy. Like, when it comes to boxing commentary, this is my opinion. The reason why I think the Boxing Ego Watch Party is like USDA approved in like the state that people choose is because I don't force the issue. Like, whatever I see, that's what I genuinely try to tell you. You don't have to see, there's so many people in boxing, they try to create the storyline. Boxing is a beautiful sport to the point. It's like boxing is like a great steak for all my meat eaters. Pause. If you have a great cut of steak and you like steak, you don't have to over season it. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and cook it to your, you know, the temperature that you like, medium, medium rare, whatever, well done, whatever. That's all you have to do. You don't have to start putting like paprika and garlic salt and this and that and rainbow sprinkles and basil leaf. You don't have to do that. A great steak is a great steak. All you have to do is cook it, a little bit of salt, pepper, done. You know, maybe some like butter and you know what I'm saying, in the skillet. And that's what I've seen with the Shakur. That fight is easy to break down. He was beating the brakes off of Valdez. Bro, don't tell me about, I don't care about nothing about, like, boxing has this like love fest with, can y'all get the likes up? Can we get the likes up? What's good, bro? I'm out here working. Can we get the likes up? Man, like salute. Stop playing with me. Boxing has this sick love fest, and boxing becomes enamored with stupid stuff. Like, oh, he could take a lot of punishment. Oh, he got a lot of heart. Oh, he's making a lot of effort. Oh, he's trying. Who cares, bro? You're a boxer. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Bro, if you go outside your house on a Thursday morning and you see the trash is all lined up by your neighbors and stuff, and you see a garbage man loading it up, and then the person putting the claw down and stuff like that, you don't overly credit that. That's what they're supposed to be doing. He's a garbage man. He getting paid to pick up the trash. You don't like, oh, look at him picking up the garbage and like he's Captain Planet. Bro, he's a trash man. They pull up, load up, get your trash, and keep it pushing. That's what he's paid to do. These guys are boxers. They know what they're getting into. So I'm not giving someone a bunch of credit for losing damn near every single round because they tried and they could take punishment. Like, that's not impressive to me at all. What's so impressive that like there's a lot of people who have heart. You can shoot them, stab them, and they keep coming. Good job. You still got whooped. I was impressed, man. Shakur dominated, bro. Dominated. And see, the thing I like about fighters like Shakur is Shakur, he is as advertised. With the stuff he's saying he is, so far so good. I respect that. As a man, you have no choice but to respect that. Unless you're a hater. Bro, Shakur says, I think I'm on the pound for pound list. I personally think I'm great. He said he's better. He said he puts himself over everybody, over Canelo, Errol, you know what I'm saying? And I know there's a lot of people that's going to disagree with that. However, where I will chime in is, at least if you talking that type of talk about you should be on the pound for pound list and you got the skills to pay, he's showing them. Like, some people just say they got the, I could do this magic trick, I could do a backflip, and then they won't show you the backflip. So at least he's showing you that it's something you need to consider. And that's early signs of greatness or potential greatness or being special, is if you could talk it, but you can back it up. I respect that. I respect it. Bro, look at his last two performances. Jamel Herring don't fight like Oscar Valdez. One's a black fighter, one's a Mexican-American fighter, two different bags and how they fight. And Shakur, they both fights looked exactly the same. Shakur's not losing rounds, period. So, with that being said, everybody in boxing should be like, okay, I'm gonna check for the kid. And my thing is this, I look at boxing like this. When you can have a good fighter and they last performance or last couple of performances, they look overall good, and then they look trash when they fight someone else, and it's because that person is a skilled fighter, you got to give it up. You got to give it up. You see what I'm saying? Was something wrong with his hand? I think he said his hand was giving him problems or something. Man, Ryan just trying to if Ryan can't stop Emmanuel Togos, what's he gonna do with Shakur? Because Shakur got defense. He broke his hand? Is that accurate? I don't know. I need to catch up. He broke his hand. I don't think he broke it, bro. I mean, I don't know. I think I heard him say his hand was hurt. I don't know if it was broken though. Y'all just be lying on here. His penis is broke, man. I'm like, what? His penis? Y'all just be saying anything to me. Like, this is my first rodeo. Talking about Shakur penis. Yeah, man. He proposed to his wife and his penis broke. Am I right? I'm like, what? His penis broke? Y'all just be saying, bro, he said it was hurt, and y'all start, he got a prosthetic leg, and all, like, what? Y'all just ad lib. See, that's what's wrong with boxing. Oscar didn't do bad. Stop. He did horrible. Look at the names, faces, and profile pics of the people doing the most hating. Hernan Hernandez said Oscar didn't do bad. Shakur is just much better than everyone. Whatever helps you sleep at night. Bro, he did terrible. Bro, how do you not do bad? You won practically 0 rounds. Bro, these dudes, listen, they got whatever helps you sleep at night. Like I said, whatever. Y'all need to go to another channel. Go to another channel. Get off mine. Go to another channel because you want someone to like coddle you and sugarcoat you to make you feel like everything's gonna be all right. Like, I'm just telling you what I seen. He was outmatched, outgunned, and he lost virtually every round. I know y'all want me to like sugar. Oh, but he showed heart. He was marching forward. He didn't get stopped though. Y'all want me to baby the outcome. But it's funny that the same dudes that do that and say stuff like that and want you to like coddle Oscar Valdez, I guess, in this situation, they don't do that. The same people will not do that to Erickson Lubin. They won't say, oh, but Erickson Lubin, he tried, and Erickson Lubin, he dropped that 6'7" tree Sebastian Fundura. There's no participation trophy. It's just, oh, Erickson Lubin, he just got his butt whooped. That's it. Cut and dry. It's like Lubin lost, deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you're a black fighter, you lose, you just lose. Wilder got his butt kicked. End of story. Not like we don't have to analyze Wilder dropping Fury or if the count was long. Nothing. Just Wilder lost. That's it. Lubin lost, whatever. But then when it comes to other fighters like Oscar Valdez, it's like, oh, but he would never give up. He's a warrior anyway. Bro, he's a warrior, but he was complaining to the ref and he the power puncher. Bro, I didn't like the body language. I'm just being real. The body language was way off. Bro, the body language was off. Shakur was blasting him with like 1-2s, and then he was like punching his glove. Why are you doing that, sir? Why are you punching? Eddie Reynoso told you to do that? Eddie Reynoso said, hey, son, if you get blasted in the face, start hitting your gloves like this. And the reason why I focus in on that, I don't like that from a fighter's perspective. Hey, business rate go to work. Bro, listen. I don't like that from a fighter's perspective. When you constantly have mannerisms that are like basically a pattern, that's not good. You need to be like Navy SEAL, David Goggins, Poker Face. You see what I'm saying? It's not good when like you're basically, it's like I'm old school. I'm old school. I have like old school mentality. Like at the weigh-in, when Joshua was taking selfies with Usyk, be friends after the fight. I'm not a fan of that. When Joshua let Ruiz pose with his belt, be friends after the fight. I would, if I was the boxer, I would never, ever do that before the fight. First of all, making weight is hard enough. I would just want to hit the scale and bounce and go get something to eat. I'm not taking selfies in the back with you and all that. So I'm not a fan of stuff like that. Or like when a fighter gets his butt kicked. Shout out to Savant. What's up? He said, thank you for the late stream. Valdez got cooked. Shakur is different. Facts. Like when a fighter gets his butt kicked at the end of the round and then he daps him up. I don't like stuff like that. Like, why are you dapping him? You're just basically telling him he got you. And he was beating you up in round 5. That's what you're saying to him. So same thing with Valdez. By Valdez keep like punching his glove, you're just signaling that them shots is having an effect and he's getting you. And I don't think that's good. I don't think that's a good thing. Yeah, he was showing frustration. Lower East Side Manhattan, what's up? He was pandering to the ref as if the ref was like needed to deduct a point. It's just, it's not, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. His body language was bad. He was being outmatched. He was waiting. And he didn't do good, bro. The most I can give him is he showed heart and he didn't get stopped. But again, I don't really rate that. So listen to me. You can say I'm cutthroat. It don't matter. I'm just telling you what it is. You train 6, 8, 10, 12 weeks to show heart. That's what you was in training camp for? My man Ramon Estrada said, I am Mexican. Oscar Valdez was outclassed. He looked like Ish. Oh my God, he going in. He said he looked like Ish. He got an F in my book for that performance. There's guys Valdez can beat. Shakur just wasn't one of them, or at least tonight. You know what I'm saying? And actually, listen, here's the other thing that was bothersome about Valdez is this. Valdez never stuck with nothing, I don't feel like. Like, Valdez, when he was jabbing, there was a couple times he caught Shakur with the jab, but he didn't stick to it. So it's like he never worked. It was frustrating to watch because he has power, he has heart, he has a good trainer. He said he was in the best shape or whatever, and he was like jabbing. And then there's a couple times he caught Shakur with the jab, and then he let Shakur start walking him down. So he never truly gained any kind of ebb and flow or built momentum. Boxing is a sport about ebb and flow. And there's certain guys in this sport that is heavily consistent on rhythm and ebb and flow and momentum and stuff like that. There's some guys you really don't want to break out in front of you and get any type of lead, because it's going to be harder and harder. Shakur's one of them, put it that way. If Shakur breaks out a crazy lead and he's up 5 rounds to 0 or anything close to that, 4 rounds to 1 or 6 rounds to 1 or whatever, it's going to be increasingly harder and harder and harder for you to catch up with him, because he's only figuring you out more, computing more data, and breaking you down further as the fight goes on. Unless you're on PEDs, anybody's naturally going to have natural fatigue and be a little bit more lethargic because you're doing physical activity, right? So that coupled with the fight game and you getting broke down and getting hit with more shots, it puts you in a bad situation. You don't want Floyd Mayweather or Shakur or Andre Ward to bust out no lead on you like that. You want to stay neck and neck or be in the lead of them and make them have to see. That puts Shakur at a deficit where he needs a knockout to win, stuff like that. Then that'd be different, because we don't know if Shakur, he's not necessarily known for like one punch get you out of their power. So if Oscar Valdez had some kind of immaculate game plan, you know what I mean, where he could break out and get the lead, then that would be good, because then you make your enemy make more mistakes. Victor Garcia is mad. How much money you lose? How much money you lose? Because all I did was make money. How much money you lose? Shakur bad, man. He said like 21-7 said a lot. How many guys you got? A lot. How many girls you got? A lot. Facts. I ain't lose no money. I made money. Bro. But see, boxing fans don't gotta lie. Just give Shakur his credit and then keep it pushing. Man. Canelo gotta beat Bivol, because that'll be torturous. Bro, if Canelo lost to Bivol, that would be bad for the Canelo gym. He gotta beat Bivol. Who y'all think? Who y'all picking? Canelo Bivol. Anybody giving Bivol a chance? Bro, that would be disastrous if Oscar Valdez just lost his title and then Canelo lost that light heavyweight. Oscar Savant. He said Oscar was gun shy because Shakur was countering his face off. Bivol has a puncher's chance. He can crack. Bivol can win. Wow. Ugh. He said, I haven't given it much thought, but I got to go with Cinnamon. Yeah, man, Canelo fights, it's just, I don't even know if it's sensible to pick against him, to be honest. I just feel like no matter what, it's just the game is set up for Canelo. You see what I'm saying? I just Canelo, no matter what. I just pick Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just always something. You know what I mean? Judges' scorecards is crazy. And then on top of that, he's a good fighter. So it's just like, Canelo's with Tank. What the hell does that mean? He's with Tank. Like what? They at the club? What do you mean? 50-50 fight? He said Canelo borderline invincible at this point. I don't even think that, but he invincible with the people he's picking and how he's picking them. Bro, listen. Eddie Reynoso, this is not my opinion. Eddie Reynoso did an interview and said African-American fighters are difficult. Canelo lost to a black American fighter, an American style. Oscar Valdez just lost to a black fighter, an American style. There is a reason that Eddie Reynoso and Canelo, like I've been telling you for years, are not fighting in the last 8 years, have not fought Jamal Charlo, or Jamal Charlo, or Demetrius Andrade. Styles make fights, bro. Because even if Canelo beat Jamal Charlo, even if Canelo beat Jermell at 54, even if Canelo beat Demetrius Andrade, they all have the potential to, one, potentially beat him, but two, not make him look like God tier. Styles make fights. Like, who just answer this honestly. That's all I want. Just pure honesty. Who has more of a shot to beat Canelo at 54? Amir Khan or Jamal Charlo? If you had to pick one person, gun to your head, who would you say could pull it off? Jamal Charlo when they were at 54, or Amir Khan, who had never fought at 54 before? Come on. Angel, he said that card is kind of whack, no disrespect. Yeah, the undercard is Bivol, Canelo, but Ego, man, I appreciate you speaking the truth. Always give great takes, man. Shout out to my man Angel Valdez. Let's get it. Yeah, the undercard's rough. Charlo, easy. That's what I'm saying. So we got to keep, but he didn't fight them at 54. And he could have. They were both there. He could have. Hey, Isaiah, he on demon time. I didn't get to watch Keyshawn. I was watching the Katie Taylor. So I seen the end of Keyshawn. I seen him to get the stoppage, but I don't know everything that led up to that moment. Or he could have fought Andrade or Charlo at 60 and he didn't. There's a reason for it. I'm telling you. I've been saying it for years. There's a reason. Because, like, bro, look at this style, bro. Like, there's a lot of black fighters that have reflexes and fast twitch muscles in a different rhythm. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's like, think of other, like, okay, for example, none of the Eastern Europeans that Canelo's fighting would you say fights like a brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't say Avni Yildirim fight like Pernell Whitaker or Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Guys with quick. The thing that gave Oscar Valdez issue with Shakur early on that I noticed, right, was his hand speed, his educated feet, hand speed, punch selection, combination punch. But a lot of that, a lot of it was like fast wits, fast twitch, athleticism, and quick hands, and bop, bop, and timing. It's just American style is hard to beat, bro. David Morrell, Canelo won't fight him. Bro, Canelo was at a card in Miami and he stood next to David Morrell. That showed me right then and there Canelo ain't fighting no David Morrell. David Morrell looked huge next to him. Canelo definitely ain't finna do that. He definitely ain't gonna do that. Morrell, he nasty. He with Ronnie Shields now. Canelo ain't doing that. All right, y'all. I'm about to get some rest. I wanted to give you a little bit of something, but I gotta rest. I've been streaming all day. Appreciate you guys for rocking with me. We had an amazing day in a Boxing Ego watch party. Shout out to everybody who joined. I gotta rest my voice and just unwind and chill out, because I did like 3-4 streams today, so I'm tapped out. Yeah. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. I will see y'all tomorrow with some more breakdown. Throw a like on the video. Watch some of the other content on the channel. I'll be dropping more content soon. Subscribe. And I'm out. Deuces. Hey, block this dude. He think he funny. There we go. One more block.